So a young single mom is waking up this morning and there's no food in her cabinets. And her mind is wondering, where do I go today to receive what I need to feed these children? And as she is wondering how that need is going to be met, volunteers are coming into a building to stock shelves and to prepare for her arrival so that her need will be met this day by Jesus through the hands of loving volunteers from lots of different churches that are going to come together to be sure that this mom has those things that her children need.
When I got out of prison, I tried to get food stamps, and I was working and I was making just above the limit of what I was supposed to be making to receive. And they told me, no, you can't have it. And I said, what am I going to do? You know, I need to feed these children. And I emailed Linda, and she might remember, but I would say, old Mother Hubbard's cupboard is bare. Can you give her dog a bone? And she would email me back and say, when does old Mother Hubbard want to come?
The heartbeat of With Love from Jesus, the very reason that we exist, is to be a platform to call forth the body of Christ, to rise up together so that we can make a difference in this community. We serve about 1,000 families every week with the help of 250 volunteers over the period of the month.
I do a lot of the Spanish interpreting. I help cover the prayer room. In the building itself, I help stock shelves and work pretty much with the leadership team on just praying for the ministry.
We are meeting very practical needs like food and clothing, household items and furniture. But we're meeting the greater need of offering the gospel to every guest that comes in. But if they have a health issue, if they're looking for a job, if they're in a financial crisis, don't know how they're going to pay their rent for the month, then we want them to stop in and just receive that prayer. Once that time is over, then they would receive a shopping cart and they would begin to move through the building and get the things that would be a blessing for their family.
I was, like every step, I was a little frightened, I guess, to get the cart and to go through the different stations. But it was also the next step to empower me to become whole, to become what I needed to be even for my children before they came home. I needed to be the ability to do that. Because of the unconditional love and the smiles and the hi, how are you doing, can I help you personalities that were here, it was easier to transition and to be, I guess, to become empowered to, okay, I got a cart now, I can do this thing. And I think that's part of what I received from coming here. Originally I came here because first I was in need. And then I wanted to volunteer here because I wanted to give back.
That's probably one of the most encouraging things, because I get to see God at work and see Him answer prayers and have people come back and just share how the Lord is working in their lives.
My heart is to serve and to give back. And I wanted to train my children. I wanted to teach them that as you receive, you need to give back.
So as I look at our amazing history and I see how God just continually shows up and He continually meets the needs, and when the canned food shelf is bare or there is a lack in meats or whatever the place of lack is, and we gather around and we lift that up to the Lord, and we just declare the truth that this ministry was God's idea, and that shelf belongs to God, and that He is faithful, and we have seen Him in the past provide, then we know that our future is secure, because the same God that's been providing in our past is going to be walking with us in the future. And when tomorrow comes, He's going to again do what He has done so well in the past, and He is going to be the great provider.
With love from Jesus is compassion.
Sharing Jesus.
Love.
A big blessing.
Relationships.
Family.
Miracles.
Hope.
A blessing. It's the best outfit I've ever found.